Did I watch this movie before? No, I have never watched Shaolin Soccer. I've never seen it before. Okay, this is the goofiest soccer movie ever. It's by NirvanaTenchi. Well, I don't mind spoilers. I'm fine.
You know what I should do? Break their legs. The same way I broke yours. Then you'd be a whole team of cripples. Then you'd have company.
Jesus.
For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. And for those of you who have been around for a while now, you will know that I've done the dumbest movie ever. I've done the worst football movie ever. And today, I'm fusing the two ideas to give you...
Oh, I've seen Paul Blart movies. Paul Blart Mall Cop. I don't know the other one that you mentioned. But I've seen the Mall Cop movies.
So we start off with an unnamed Asian kid stepping up to take the final pen. He gives the fans a quick wave before completely skying it. No placement, no nothing. You are a bum. The fans have now turned into...
How did you miss that?
Ride out on him. They catch him and start giving him that JJK treatment, that invincible treatment. And these men are not playing around, you know. One guy even had a bat in his inventory straight to his knee. All this time I'm thinking, where's the security? Does it even exist? But there's actually...
Wait, it's like, why does someone take a bat to his knees? He missed a goal and they all jumped. They're trying to kill this kid.
Law behind the penalty, because the first scene of the movie takes place in the locker room, where we see some background dealings going on. One of his teammates was trying to bribe him to miss the pen so that his parlay lands. Otherwise, it's going to be hood bankruptcy for him. But Golden Leg is a man of honor. He shows him the tattoo and tells him to remember the name, but he ends up changing his mind and takes the bread. Now his teammate is getting down on all fours and is being used as a footstool. But bro starts smiling all of a sudden. What does he know? For some reason, Miramax decided to cut this part from the dub version because it wasn't essential, whatever that means. We're back at the stadium now, and his teammate is just standing there whilst he's getting beaten to a pulp. If gang pull up, are you gonna back your... No, he didn't. We enter a time skip, and bro is still eating good off that one parlay. See? This is why you should gamble. One bet can change your life. But the true backstory is that Hung became the new #1 player over the time skip and then a successful coach after that. Meanwhile, Golden Leg looks homeless. That check was off the ACL. He gets down on all fours unprovoked so that Hung can clean his shoe and he starts smiling. Brother, you're weird. He gets off his knees and asks Hung if he can finally coach a team, but he said he's allergic to broke niggas and fired him. He even went a step further and disrespected his straight out of GTA tattoo. It's even worse than the dub version. Before he leaves, Hung tells him he paid the fans to break his leg all those years ago. And that is just wild, because how can one penalty kick determine the rest of your life?
Wait a second. So the guy, Hung, I think he said, the super rich guy, he was the guy that was in the locker room with them and bribed him to miss the shot. And then he also bribed other people in the audience to come and beat him when he missed the shot. Well, why? But did he just not like him? They just want to humiliate him? And did he also bribe that one guy to take a bat to his knee? Or was that guy just doing that randomly? Like, what?
Fung heads back to the streets and catches some football on the big screen, wondering what life would have been if he didn't sell his leg away. The camera then pans to a random bum hitting the splits, telling him that he's dedicated his life to watching Bruce Lee films and now he knows Kung Fu apparently. Singh shares with Fung his dream of showing the world how Kung Fu can change their lives, and decides to use his random goddess walking past to demonstrate his point. She sits on a banana pole and falls in such a outlandish manner. These guys celebrate her downfall, and Singh reiterates that had she known Kung Fu, she wouldn't have fallen. Golden Leg tries to walk away but gets dissed by his new friend. Ironically enough, he calls him a bum and then throws the San Miguel at him. The empty can bounces off his chest and he hits the stiffest volley known to man before sending the can flying into the stratosphere. That kick was
no way. No shot. He did not kick it that hard. He couldn't. Wait. With the kick that hard, if the can had hit his head, he would have killed him with that amount of force.
To tell you what type of movie this is, bro acted like that was normal behavior and kept it pushing. I'd like to see him do
That's
that.
not normal.
He was window shopping for crepes he cannot afford. We get a look at his shoes and they are broke down. I don't even know what color they were to begin with.
Put those dogs away.
We know they could have been all white. His walk gets interrupted by a guy who was trying to carry a fridge all by himself. He helps the stranger by kicking the fridge.
What?
With no issues. We then see him trying to get his money up.
Who's this guy trained by? All Might? are his parents? Where do you get these genes from? But this can't be all from Bruce Lee watching Bruce Lee movies and training. No way.
One man's trash is another man's treasure type beat. He gets paid for the medals and grabs some munch. He pulls up to sweetie steamy buns and catches Shadi airbending the dough. A random person
Who are these people? This is not real life. Okay, first of all, there's just a random guy that has super One Punch Man kick version powers. And then there's another girl that's airbending the dough.
a pop from his window, but that's nothing to her as she plucks it out of the air with such finesse. Sing sees that and then randomly breaks into song after realizing she's a kung fu master. They chat for a bit, he calls her beautiful and she calls him a liar. But really and truly, he was talking about the buns. He grabs one, eats it without paying, and then repeats. She tells him it's time to pay up, but bro only has 20 cents to his name and asks if he can pay tomorrow. And I'm thinking, your business card is written on a crumpled piece of paper. You cannot pay tomorrow. He gives her the shoes as a method of payment, even though their value is like negative 10p. They're probably
Get those dirty ass shoes off of her table. She's clearly making dough on that table. They ain't got germs from literally everywhere on those goddamn shoes. Get those fucking shoes off the table.
worth more on his feet than off, if anything. He tells her she's beautiful one more time before breaking out into song, but she's all about her bread and tells him to go sing somewhere else. And from out of nowhere, there's a random extra just decides to let them know.
I am also overwhelmed by the impulse to break into song.
Why does it sound like he's from Bikini Bottom? The Bozo is saying his desire to sing will cause him to explode if he doesn't release it. Likewise with this old lady.
Is this a musical?
Not everyone.
Oh my god.
Into a random choreo. And dancing is contagious because even the sweet bun lady started to hit that. But then her boss comes through and ruins all the fun. Sing takes another bun, gives the lady a...
What kind of powers are these? One guy just has a random power to spontaneously make everybody near him dance into a synchronized choreography. What kind of world is this? What's the power system?
Presenting a terrible business idea to his brother Ironhead. His idea is that they should start singing to promote Kung Fu. They break into a slow song and you can gauge it for yourself.
Kung Fu is my thing.
Oh, is this actually a musical?
Yep, trash. They were so bad that someone launched a ball at the mighty Steel Leg. As a matter of fact, the guy who threw it was Ironhead's manager. He's got those bottles nice and tucked like it's a blit. A couple goons pull up to the stage and tell them they're an insult to music.
Wait a second, I thought this was a soccer movie. We're literally going everywhere but soccer right now.
Ironhead then decides to throw Sing under the bus when they ask who wrote the tune. Bro done the maths, 6v2 is looking gazy. Red Adidas hits his noggin one time and was about to bash his head in, but Sing grabs his arm and they decide to take it outside. We cut back to this guy who finds the...
How do we go from soccer to kung fu to musical to mob and then we're going back to soccer now? What is happening?
The camera got kicked at the start of the film and lodged inside a wall. He takes it out and with the help of some terrible VFX it comes down and surprise surprise, Sing is coincidentally behind the wall facing off with the goons who apparently had time to go home and change their fits. By the way, we are only 20 minutes deep into this movie and a ball has been kicked.
I don't think this movie has a category.
We have flicked through more movie genres than we've seen footballs being kicked, sports, musicals, and now action. I don't even know what this is anymore. Literally,
What is happening?
Win, like, I just can't. One of the thugs launches a surprise attack and then backfires. Bro went flying a good, who knows how many meters.
I'm not here to fight. I'm here to play soccer.
You could have fooled me. The ball comes back to...
Yeah, like what? Whoa!
Look at this. He is trying to catch a body. You couldn't tell me otherwise. All his life energy...
Like, he also made a crater where he stepped. And where is this flexibility coming from? Also, that's terrible for him.
He went into that and look what happened. The ops are moving like ragdoll.
Oh my gosh!
Number 2 tries to duck the smoke, but he rebounds the ball off the wall and has him doing triple flips.
Ah!
He knocks him with the last guy and cages him in with the bamboo. With every man defeated, he commits daylight robbery and grabs some refreshing milk with his money up. Fung saw everything unfold and links up with Sing to look at his patented mighty Steel Leg. Ew. He gives Sing the idea to mix Kung Fu with football and they link up to form the team. Yeah, they all refused. I guess they were getting desperate because they started recruiting fatties. Hey, I'm not saying fat people can't kick ball. I know guys that are big and are very good at football. Plus, you need to remember, you're fat by choice, because according to this guy, he had the same build as Jet Li. Hold on.
Okay.
This nigga photoshopped that. Extra marks for making him look older, I'll give him that. He drops a sad story saying the hoes hate him now because he's fat, and I don't really care. The guys start reminiscing about the good old days of their youth and try to ignite the...
Wait, there's so many. We're going through this random character's backstory now? What's happening? I don't understand what's going on in this movie anymore.
They once had for the beautiful game. Separately, this guy needs to leave his job. How is he taking all those hits?
You call that clean? That toilet stinks. It's pitiful, you hear? You clean it right, or next time you clean it with your tongue.
This is abuse. If that was me, he's...
Wait a second, who dubbed this movie? Who dubbed this movie? If these... How old is this movie? First of all. Second of all, whoever dubbed this movie... are they actively doing a seemingly stereotypical accent? What's happening?
Getting a straight... The them have a change of heart and assemble on the roof in style. It's coming like Avengers out here. And now the training arc begins. The coach gives them...
Wait a second. Can we go back? That guy was stanced up. The guy in the blue shirt.
The man them have a change of heart and assemble on the roof in style. It's coming like Avengers out here. And now the...
Look at... Wait, we have two of them. That guy's standing like a JoJo's character, and then that guy is literally standing like the man of moon.
Training arc begins. The coach gives them drills to improve their first touch, dribbling, one-on-ones, etc. Fung has to give Sing specialized training since he can't kick a ball without potentially hitting a plane. Golden Egg says he has to learn to control an egg before he can hop on the pitch. The fat brother saw food and went feral. Bro's eating a raw egg off a...
Oh my god!
Shoe.
No!
The egg before getting pulled away. But the coach then throws an egg onto his shorts and charges him towards Sing. He reacts quickly and throws another egg into this guy's mouth. Say more, you can see what happened. I'm curious, was Bro really gonna turn into Ash Cash? With the help of special effects, Sing masters the egg drill whilst the rest of the team also improve. The training arc is showing promise. These guys can actually move the ball, but Sing took his training a step further and mastered the art of Shaolin. Bro is just flexing on the gang. 99 shot power, 99 ball control. I think it's time for a friendly game to put the skills to the test.
Wait a second. What are the other guys' strengths? They can't have one monster guy, you know? Like if the whole strategy is to give every pass to him and have him make every shot, that's gonna fail. That's a glass cannon strategy. That's not good.
And on the off chance that you hadn't realized, these are the same guys that got whacked after Sing went Bruce Lee on them. The guy in the striped shirt was talking about, let's have a friendly game. Yet he has a wrench and a mallet in his shorts.
Oh my god.
Shaolin kicked off the practice match, and it wasn't long before these guys were on timing. Every man was displaying their inner Pepe and Nigel de Jong. Bats were getting blown out, getting flipped upside down. This ain't no friendly.
That guy hit a Bane!
The pitch turned into Verdansk. He had an AR and everything. He was literally in the trenches.
Stand up.
Okay, maybe he wasn't. Ironhead decides to wave the white flag, but the ops are still having their fun. Whoa, not that kind of fun.
No!
I'm not gonna lie. I can't really explain what happened at this part of the film, but the best way I can put it is that...
Is this even soccer anymore?
In the air and every man got the old Shaolin powers back. I mean, these guys were doing the impossible. Windmills, breaking wrenches, Lightweight was even defying gravity and hit a Bicey. The ops tried to launch a special attack at Bruce Lee from Teamy, but he stops time and turns into Neo. He grabs Sing, who returns the shoes to Sender. With the return of their key, they were able to beat the thugs.
Hold on, there's a lot going on right now.
For helping them get their powers back. And the coach does the same thing, since he believes they're going to be the ones to take him out the mud. Even the ops wanted to switch sides. Now that they have a full squad, they go and register for the China Super Cup.
Wait, there was a whole lot going on right there. Okay, so all the guys that were in the team, they had Shaolin or like Tibetan monk powers, but they were like sealed, and then in the middle of the match, all of a sudden they got their Tibetan monk powers back. and now the people that they beat wanted to go into their team. Now they have a full team to enter in the tournaments and stuff. A lot's happening so fast in this movie.
That's free when he catches word that Golden Leg is signing up for the tournament. He takes a look at the lineup and starts laughing. As the chairman of the board, he makes the executive decision to let them play free of charge. Nightfall comes and Sing spins the block on Shadi. He takes her to the shopping center and says that he's gonna have all the...
Wait, there's random romance in this movie? We haven't seen her since the beginning.
...world and will get her whatever she wants. He emphasizes that she needs to be more confident because she's pretty. And then he turns into Chris Brown. First match day comes around and these guys
hit her?
welcoming their non-existent fans. Fake it till you make it, I guess. They're on the pitch and the ops start laughing at their lineup. But it was all fun and games until Singh scored from the halfway line like he was Wayne Rooney. And as you would expect, they basically blitzed this team of bums. They never stood a chance. We have now reached the part of the movie where the special effects...
This isn't even soccer. This like martial arts described as soccer.
Into the net. They won that first game 16-0 and all the games after that followed the same pattern. They were just casually smoking teams left, right and center with the most entertaining goals I've ever seen.
Why is the keeper grabbing his shorts?
Heads it down to still leg for a great first touch to stop the volley, which goes top bins.
Jesus Christ.
Kung Fu.
Hold on, are there fan cams and edits of this movie?
Them out of the mud. They even getting Puma brand deals now. Life's changed.
Picking brands.
Sponsors though, but hey, go figure. They come together the night before the semis to say farewell to the old life of bum living. Singh is looking for Miu, but she was low-key unrecognizable. And is it just me or is she just
Wait,
like
that's
a
her?
character? She's asking what he thinks about her, but bro does not give it a monkey's about your 10 botched surgeries. Boo is life. He introduces his girl to the mandem and they couldn't believe how beautiful she was. They banter with her for a bit, making fun of her and that. But then all of a sudden she switches like what? And every man is there looking confused. Her boss catches her off shift and says she's looking like a ghost. I guess we're just adding fuel to the fire now. She tells her boss that she likes herself the way she is and calls her a cold-hearted bitch. Her boss goes with a backhand but gets blocked. Down, spun. She couldn't even believe what was happening and tried to run up a combo, but Mui had Ultra Instinct lying dormant in her. She blocks everything and sends her into the pots and pans.
Oh my gosh.
Mui and Singh talk under the tree and she tells him that she's in love with him, but he sent her to the friend zone. She was asking...
What? Huh? Wait, wasn't he going after her the entire time and now that she's reciprocating his feelings, he's rejecting her? What, because you're a big shot now? I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on, but justice to this girl right here.
And she's still gonna see him at work, but bro's gone to Hollywood now. He doesn't need her no more. Her only purpose was to fix the creps and she done that already. It's the day of the semi-finals and they're up against a team of ladyboys. They kick off and start flying down the pitch. They play 1-2s all the way.
What are we watching? The goofiest soccer movie ever. And I missed the name of the movie, but this is there's so much is happening in this movie.
Till they reach the goal, but the build-up was...
I think I don't know what I'm thinking anymore. It's a soccer movie, but there's like so many martial arts in this. Like when they're kicking the ball, they're not even doing like soccer kicks, they're doing like martial arts kicks. And then some of them just have like random powers. Like there's just so much. There's like a random musical part apparently in this movie.
Conveying as Timu Lee saves every single shot under the sun, but for eventually grabbing the ball and throwing it across the entire pitch into the net.
That can't.
For the semi-finals, game ended.
Does that count as a score? That can't be right. That can't be. No, no. Run that back. Hold on.
Singh tries to spin the block on me before the final game in the hopes that she would pull up to the match, but it turns out she was fired since she was making all the sweet buns salty with her tears. The day of the final has finally arrived and the two teams...
Wait, he tried to run back to her after he rejected her? You can't. You kept calling her beautiful and you kept making all these promises to her. Then when she improved herself for you reject her after she confessed to you, and now you want to crawl back to her feet, dude? No, fuck you. Not after you rejected her, after you put so much time and effort into her. You can't just pick her up and you can't just drop her and pick her up whenever the fuck you want.
Out the tunnel and step onto the pitch. The whistle blows and Shaolin kicks off. Lightweight has the ball at his feet and flies over the number 6 with ease before playing a pass to steel leg. He turns out and runs through the entire team before reaching the final third. And guys can't tell me this isn't Inazuma 11 live action. This is basically a variant of Dragon Crash, except that it's a tiger.
This is like...
One hand, you know. Bro's looking hella above as well. The disrespect to even roll her back to him so that he could take another one is crazy. Steel leg spins around before shooting again, but this time he's aiming for top bins. But the keeper grabs the crossbar and saves it. And that's
oh my god!
These guys are not human. You can literally see their nen. And I was right, because we find out that Hung was literally creating super ballers by pumping compound V into their veins.
What? What? Isn't that... that's cheating. They're using performance enhancing drugs. That's cheating. I don't care. I don't care if it's super powered giving drugs. That's cheating. You can't do that. At least our team got their powers naturally and not through super powered drugs, not through Superman drugs. What?
It's not enough. Hung also had the ref, the linesman, the association. Every man is paid off. This game is so rigged, it's unbelievable. Team Evil are now in their half and they are not playing about. Their striker shot the ball so hard the keeper hit the crossbar, and of course he survived that. Brother, you should be paralyzed right now. The number 9.
Yeah, what?
That was a backflip for no reason before hitting the volley. Fake V tries to save the shot, but there's only so much you can do when the ball is literally on fire.
This is this is like Fire Force in Dragon Ball all in one, but live action.
His arms are cooked, no pun intended. And these guys are real villains, true villains, because he could have just tapped it in, but nah. Instead, he blazed it at his face, causing the keeper to hit the sponsor ball.
Oh!
I mean, he saved it, but at what cost? The coach is
he saved it? Damn.
Rigged. Well, duh. He starts distancing, but his comeback was crazy.
You know what I should do? Break their legs. The same way I broke yours. Then you'd be a whole team of cripples. Then you'd have company.
I mean, the dub is awful, but the comeback was there. Team Lee is finished. He slapped on the shades as he left the pitch on a stretcher. Team Evil...
He put on the shades?
Lightweight flies up and gets ready to hit the volley, but then is caught lacking mid-air and is struck down with a heavy attack. Ref blows the whistle for half-time, but Singer's had enough of the match fixing. He goes straight for the number 9, volley for volley, until eventually they lose the ball and decide to run the ones like it's the final valley. The whole team
that was just martial arts!
Cooked. Guys really don't want the smoke because one of them tries to say,
My wife needs me. She's having a baby. I forgot to mention it.
niggas were just saying anything to get out of there. The second half starts and they form a move called the Kung Fu Barricade Shield. Useless. The Ops now have the
There's so many holes in that.
Goal somehow, with the substitute keeper staring them down before calling his friend's wife and admitting his love for her.
It's an evil world we live in.
Team Evil starts taking shots one by one and the ball is just conveniently coming back to them every time. The keeper finally manages to grab it with his stomach and releases it upfield. Shaolin are now on the counter. Singh controls it, flicks it over my man and plays the target man. Target man swings it wide to the winger who then sprays it diagonally to Singh, who does the backflip. Keeper dives to the right but doesn't anticipate the spin on the ball. So then he decides to hit the post to stop it from going in, which is very creative, I can't lie. The mighty steel leg gets injured after the shot and the ref tells him to get up, otherwise the game is done for. Hung tells him to use the special attack, but I'm confused because what moves were they doing all this time? They perform the so-called special attack and the keeper manages to save it at the cost of his body. Now he's the second player to leave on a stretcher and shouting at 7 men. Ref says if you don't find another player, they have to forfeit.
Yeah, they don't have enough players now. Two of their goalkeepers are in the hospital apparently. One guy sprained his ankle or whatever happened. A couple of them quit. What is happening?
But Mui, who's bold now, pulls up to the game with some new creps for...
Wait, is that her?
He jumps in the net for Shaolin at the worst time possible because the number 9 turns into Axel Blaze and does the fire tornado. But Mui uses her airbending to control the ball. They might actually have a chance. Mui and Singh stare at each other in a slow motion.
Oh my gosh, wait. She had like a... She like speed ran, went to like a temple, found inner peace within herself, shaved her head, and then came back just in time to be the last player that they needed to keep going without having to forfeit. And then now with her enhanced airbending ability, she saved the ball and she saved the team from losing. All for herself and not for some man that dumped her.
Young love is beautiful. She
no!
To him and he does a leaf hurricane so powerful it destroys the entire field and anyone that's in his path. The keeper even got stripped of his clothes, which I am not going to show. That one move took out the entire team plus the goalposts. But let's get organized real quick. Just look at the change in effects. How have we gone from normal penalties to destroying half the field in a kick? Like,
yeah, what is happening? What's the power system in this world? I'm kind of curious now.
Honestly, What was being smoked in that writer's room? I don't smoke or nothing, but I'm willing to try. Singh wakes up to his teammates carrying him after losing consciousness. They beat the doping fiends and win the tournament with the final ending 1-0. The movie ends with Singh managing to achieve his dream of sharing the art of Kung Fu with the nation. And as usual, that's all she wrote.
She got with him. I don't like that she got with him. He disrespected her so much. So what? He propped her up, then he dumped her, then he crawled back to her, and she forgave him, and now they're together. I don't like that. I hate that. I don't like it at all. But that movie was crazy. There were so many plots. There was like a random musical plot that never came back. Like it was just never mentioned again. Then, like who's organizing these tournaments? Was it like the mob? Was it the Yakuza or something? The underground? Who? Actually, that's just a question. Who?